Hey guys, this is Gamer Cow playing Pokemon Black Random Nuzlocke, continuing right where we left off last time. Let's see who... yeah, everything's at full HP. So, yeah, let's go fight a guy to start with, because we totally haven't done that enough yet. Yeah, it's over this direction that we need to go in order to reach the next area that I shall be exploring. And as I said I would try and do, I am actually recording this during the day this time so that we can see a little bit, you know, it's a little bit clearer to see the differences and stuff now. So one can actually see the dark and light patches of sound a fair bit more. And, well, that is all fine and dandy, to be honest, because, yeah, it's always nice to be able to see what you're doing. I don't know if people realize this, but the human, like, visual elements of themselves are kind of very, very handy. It's always good to be able to see when you're playing a video game, after all. Also, goddammit, frickin' sound attack. You know, 2.0, I suppose. I really do hate these guys and their sound attack shenanigans. Because it just makes this place awkward to survive in, because if they're constantly lowering your accuracy, then you're going to end up running out of, you know, moves that can hit. And because they've got sturdy and they take at least 2 shots to kill, and they've got relatively nasty attack power in Rock Blast, you know, they're not exactly the easiest of things to take out, Roggenrola, when they always take 2 hits, and Gastro Acid, that's not a move which I want. However, it's an interesting one. It prevents, it suppresses a Pokemon's ability, so if they had, I don't know, Water Absorb or something, or Volt Absorb is probably the better one, then they wouldn't be able to use Volt Absorb against you. And it's kinda cool. Goddamn misses. So, yeah, this is sort of why I really don't necessarily like Roggenrola. At least at these low levels, the Roggenrola stuff is annoying, but then at high levels they tend to be fairly heavy in the attack power, because they have stuff like Rock Slide, Stone Edge, and even Explosion, I think, if it gets high enough level, but oh well, it's not my immediate concern now, because I did survive in digging holes. I ain't digging anybody's hole, that's you that's digging yourself a hole, apparently. More trainers, really, more, like, fighting from this route. God damn it, this route just never ends. Well, I mean, it's not the end of the world, to be honest. It's just sort of a little bit annoying, because we spent literally all of last video doing fights, and a lot of this video is going to be doing fights here too. I know that's most of what Pokemon is, but at the same time, I would kind of like to get on with something here. These guys are just not letting me get on with this stuff, by having all of these pointless battles all over the place. But hey, that's just what the game has decided. I go first here? Really? Am I... No, I'm just genuinely faster. That's kind of hilarious. Seeing Wisp going first against something is definitely, yeah, hilarious. And no, I'm not going to call it Phantom, by the way. That, again, it's not really any different, to be honest. Wisp and Phantom are just about the same names when you actually think about it, so yeah, I mean, they're both generic, basically, but yeah, there's no point in me changing it for that. So yeah, I don't know, that's just my casual opinion on that particular naming thing. That piece of cake was apparently hard to swallow. What cake would that be? The cake of defeat, because I could totally see that being hard to swallow. What's in this house? You guys... You're a Dig Pro! Oh yeah, right, we get Dig. TM. That's actually fairly useful, I'll be fully honest. Yep, dig and dig some more. Hells to the yeah. Yep, sandstorms are really bad, we know that. So, Dig, can I use that on anybody sort of important at the moment? Well, not really, because it's only usable on Aquafina, who doesn't exactly need Dig. So, yeah, too bad. I thought Dwebble might have been able to learn it, but apparently not. So that's kind of a bit disappointing. Is there any items over here? No. Are you gonna fight me as well? No. Good stuff. So yep, if you go up this side instead, you will get to a place called Desert Resort. And yeah, there is a Pokemon that can be caught here, but unless I happen to... Hey, you guys aren't gonna fight me either. Excellent! Okay, yeah, you might well be, whatever. Newly discovered entrance. Oh wow, right, so there we go. 2 Pokemon that we can get here. Of course the first patch of sand that's got a Pokemon in it happens to have the one we're gonna catch in this place, and it's a freaking Rattata. Well, at least it's a different type to what I have previously, but at the same time it's a bleeding Rattata, and that's kind of not the best. However, it could be worse. I'm just gonna go ahead and try and quick ball this thing because it should catch it pretty easily, and I don't really feel like fighting this thing for too long, so yeah, there we go. Alright, so Rattata, it's a thing. First of the generic normal type Pokemon, I suppose, I guess. That's one way of putting it. What am I gonna call this thing? I don't immediately know. I've never used a Rattata before, you know, long term, for fairly obvious reasons. I might have a look at it, but I have a feeling it's gonna die very quickly. But still, it would be different for just now. I'm gonna call it Crackers because that just sounds kind of cool. I don't know. It's totally pointless, but at the same time, Rattata is totally pointless, so it sort of fits. Really? Go on, show me what I could have had. Or not, because Electrode is not so... Look at those eyebrows! Freaking hell, those eyebrows, man, they are just crazy. I'm gonna have to fight this thing, I think, because I'm not gonna be able to run away with just about anything. So, I'll be back in a bit, I guess. That's typical. Yep, it happened to have the 50% chance that it had static, and then the 30% chance that it works when I actually hit it. That's just lame. Well, whatever, let's switch out then, because I don't want to have a Paralyzed Wisp as my active, I guess. And we shall see if there's an item down here. There might be an item down here. Do I want to risk it? I guess I do. No, there's not an item down there. Sad times. So, yeah, I actually don't know how best to treat this. I forgot how we treated this before. I think we treated this as the same route. Yeah, Pokemon in the desert, blah, pale sand stuff, whatever. Yeah, I think what we did before is we treated this as the same area as the last one. But I will let the viewers decide on this actually in the long term. Do I treat this as the same area as the outside, which I think I did before, or do I get a Pokemon here? If I get one here as well as the outside, that might seem a little bit cheesing, I guess. But, you know, it's... you guys can say, yeah, ground type Pokemon are usually plentiful in this place. That is true. Also, going to fight the doctor because I want to get healed here. You know, healing is always a good thing to have, and Jerry only has one Pokemon. It's a Solosis, that thing which I need to go ahead and train soon, because, yeah, level 23, same level as I am, so I'm not going too far ahead of the trainers at the moment. That's kind of interesting. I do have Hex, and I should really use Hex here because it's my strongest attack. I don't know if it's going to kill in one shot, because it is only 50 base power, but like, then again, Siren's got base 85 special attack, so being a Solosis, yeah, I guess that's going to be very easy to take out. So there we go. So yeah, Pokemon are going to be made healthy. You know, I might end up using Rattata just because it's got that ghost immunity, but yeah, because then I would have a ghost immunity and a dark resistance on the team, which would be quite useful. Anyhow, how best to do this? I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and fight as many trainers as I can without sort of having to catch a Pokemon in this place. So I might just go straight for the ruins that... Watchhog! Really? Really? Wow, that's kind of annoying. Well, guess who's sending in Spider-Pig, because I really don't want to be fighting this with Siren, because it might well have Crunch, and you know, that's kind of fatal. So, yeah, guess who's not staying in with Siren. Alright, well I guess it doesn't matter in the end. Hypnosis? No! No! Ugh! Jerk face! Gah! I hate these things so freaking much! It's got that, it's probably got something else that's really dumb like Superfang just to be a right pain in the ass. No, it just is using Crunch. Well, I was right that it had Crunch. I was right to switch out, but man, freaking Hypnosis. Totally hate. I should maybe go ahead and use Flame Charge actually, because it does have a speed advantage. I hate Watchhog so freaking much, my god. Why does it have all of these annoying moves? Why does it have to be such a freaking jerk? Seriously now, this is just obnoxious. I mean, I'm gonna end up getting worn down by this here, especially if it gets a freaking crit! Wow, and 3 turn sleep. Of course I have 3 turn sleep when I'm in the middle of a sandstorm of this stuff. Jesus Christ, man. And I'm confused, so I'm gonna hurt myself, which means I'm gonna have to switch out with this as well. Don't you dare crit me again, seriously. Wow, this is getting exceptionally dangerous here. And of course the defense drop, because all of the hacks has to be against me here. Seriously, what the hell? That should never happen. There should never be a situation where freaking firefighting type stuff gets beaten by a normal type, which is only using dark moves. That should never happen. Honest to God, that is terrible. Well, regardless, that is what happened, so let's try and use sleep against it. Of course I miss with a more accurate sleep move. Look at this! Just look at this! How did my sleep powder miss and her hypnosis hit? What the hell is that? That's just retarded. Honest to God, this is just... wow. I cannot get a single break with this here. Am I gonna have to switch out with this as well because of a freaking Watchhog? This... and it's got... of course it's got Superfang. Why does this thing have to be the most annoying Pokemon in the universe? Seriously, this is by far the most annoying Pokemon ever. And of course I'm getting a ridiculously long sleep time too. Wow, okay. I have to switch out again. I haven't managed to get a single attack on this thing yet. What the hell? It's half dead because of Sandstorm. It's... what? Just what the hell? Honestly. This is ridiculous. There is no reason for a Watchhog to ever be able to do this much damage. It's just dumb. Thank God for that. 60% accuracy, my ass. And of course I don't even kill because it's freaking evolved and stuff, yeah. This is just... this is ridiculous. What's the bet? Chances are here I'm gonna hurt myself, right? And I'm probably gonna have to switch out with another Pokemon, and I don't have anything else that can take it at this point. Nope, I actually do get the luck on my side. Wow! That took way freaking longer than it should have, and yet everybody still gets a decent-ish amount of experience because it's an evolved Pokemon. You are just the embodiment of hatred. There is nothing more to say. You are just the embodiment of hatred. Seriously. I don't care if there's a healer right there. That doesn't help matters. That's just dumb. Why does it have to be so... I'm done. Just about. Black glasses boost dark type attacks by 20%. I don't actually have any dark type attacks left on me at this point, I don't think, so that's kind of a thing. Yeah, a lot of these trainers are actually in the middle of wild encounter based stuff, which I don't want to do right now, as you well know, so yeah, I'm kind of gonna ignore the trainers for the most part right now because they're kind of in the way. It appears to be a statue. Oh man, who would have ever guessed that? I guess a statue of a Pokemon is a bit different, but still. There is a way down here, so let's go ahead and just grab another Pokemon while we can, because this is most definitely a different place. This is, yeah, Relic Castle. Easily a different area. And hey! We are going to be able to catch this one straight up. It's a Nidoran. Nidoran male at that, the more offensive one. This could be very, very good. It depends on what the actual nature is, but it could have the potential to be absolutely amazing. It's a shame that I can't have its Dream World ability, because its Dream World ability would make it by far one of the most useful Pokemon I could pick up for a long time. But it's got double kick, which doesn't affect me. Yay! But yeah, it's a very potent Pokemon in its own right. Again, it'll depend on its ability, but I should be able to get away with just switching into Mattress over here. Mattress won't deal too much to it because resistance and whatnot. And it's already snapped out of its confusion. Fantastic. Don't poison me. That would just be a dip move. And you're not going to poison me. Good, right. Put you to sleep. I might well be able to catch it without too much effort, actually, because it is only a Nidoran, and they do have a pretty good catch rate, so I might be able to get it, you know, fairly easily. So, you know what, let's just go ahead and get it. I could just, yeah, could just use an Ultra Ball. I actually have a lot of Ultra Balls, I didn't realise that, but sure. Ultra Ball catch. It's asleep, and it's with an Ultra Ball with a high catch rate Pokemon, so it should be okay. Yeah, no worries. So I'm definitely going to use this. At least, yeah, for a while. This is where I'm going to have to start deciding what ghost type I want now. And all things considered, Misdreavus is probably the better one. Not only does it take less experience to raise in the first place, but yeah, it's just going to be better all around, I think. I am going to be boring, I guess, with this and just call it Regal, because I can. I also realize my mouse has been on the screen for a long time here. That's not really much of an issue, to be honest, but yeah. Sometimes I do use the mouse for this too, but yeah, Regal, I guess. Who knows? Who cares? You! 2 things to learn about quicksand. If you try and walk through it, yep, that's that. If you run through the middle, then yeah. That's totally the opposite of what he said, but still. Psychics! They have Psychic and Ghost types, fairly obviously. So that's what Psychics always have. And yeah, it's fairly obvious that they're Psychics because they're weird, and all weird people are Psychics. No, that's not true, because then I'd be Psychic, and that is clearly not the case. So yeah. Not really too much to say about the Sigilyph here, except that it's got an unknown for a head, fairly obviously. But it's a Psychic Flying type that's got good speed and pretty good power too, so I do have to be a bit careful here. Light Screen is going to massively cut down my usefulness here. Meh, I don't know. Yeah, that did like nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go with the good old confusion tactics, but it does have Psybeam, which is a pretty big worry. because that actually does hurt. Yeah, it's got around about 90 something base special attack, I think. It's like 99 base speed or some dumb number like that. I can't actually remember exactly how much it's got, but I think it's around about that. So... Air Cutter, oh, that's got a good crit rate! Okay, I'm definitely switching out of this now because honestly I cannot stay in against that and survive. Yeah, these Pokemon are pretty tough. There's a reason why I was training fairly high here. The only Pokemon I've got that can possibly stand up to this really would be Aquafina, wouldn't it? Because Mattress gets slaughtered by Air Cutter and it's got nothing against it. Wisp is probably going to die in 2 shots, and I don't really trust that. Spider-Pig is weak against both attacks, so that's out. And Dwebble has not got very good defenses, and probably won't go first against it anyway, so... Even with the Eviolite, I don't particularly trust it, so I'm kind of not very good against Sigilyph, it seems, if it's got Light Screen up, which it has. Air Cutter, don't do too much, please. Oh, that's uncomfortable, the amount of damage that does. Wow. Wow. This is... Oh, not good. Out of confusion as well. This is pretty terrible. Don't crit, don't crit. Thank God for that. Please, just take it out. I'm taking way too much damage here. Thank you. Crit from my side. Jeez. I don't think that move's got a high crit rate, but... Yeah. Wow. It gives a lot of experience though, so that's definitely worthwhile, but Sigilyph is dangerous at this stage of the game. And kind of almost lucky in a way that I managed to survive that as well as I did, but my team is not very well suited to take them on. Really not at all. And you know what, actually looking time-wise, I mean it's not that big a deal yet, but I think I'm just going to go back and heal and stop at that. I would like to know people's opinions on whether I should catch a Pokemon here or not before I continue. And you know, these guys are pretty dangerous to fight against, so yeah. I guess what I could do is I could go up into... could I go back into Nimbasa? I guess I could go into Nimbasa. I've never actually gone there yet, so I could go there very quickly just to get to the Pokemon Center. I think you can do that without getting interrupted. Pretty sure you can do that without getting interrupted. So yeah, let's go back to the center and have a look at what the new Pokemon are like. And then we'll call it at that, because these guys are dangerous and I really need to sort of step up my game, I suppose, in if I'm going to survive here. Because yeah, their levels are pretty much the same as mine, and my team is not particularly well balanced against some threats, so yeah. Okay, so I can't just go ahead and, yeah. I forgot about this. Well, now I'm definitely ending it after this, because, you know, Team Plasma, taking Pokemon from people, daycare, thing, whatever, yeah, I forgot about this, so looks like we do have to do this first. But that's okay, hopefully. I don't think it'll be too big a deal. I mean, it's Team Plasma after all. What are they honestly going to be able to do? Well, he says that, but when they start with a freaking Watchhog, man, this is the reason why this episode is taking so long in the first place. It's because of you, jerkface. Ugh, so much hate. Can I stay in against a level 18 one? I think so if I confuse right at first. I'm gonna switch out afterwards, but I'm trying to make it so that I can get my next Pokemon in without any sort of trouble. So yeah, I think I can survive a crunch from this. I hope I can survive a crunch from this, because it's gonna get a chance to. Ow! Yeah, okay, that's okay. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I guess the level difference really does help, doesn't it? To be honest. Let's put Dwebble in. Dwebble should be able to take it. I mean, it's got Electro Web that's fairly potent. I'd hope it could 2-hit KO. But yeah. Especially when it, yeah, that's what I said. I was looking to get my next Pokemon in for free, and it looks like Dwebble did get in for free, so hooray for that. Yeah, I expect Electro Web should be able to 2-hit KO. And it actually gets a crit 1-hit KO. But I was correct, it would be able to 2-hit KO. So that's fine. Trubbish! A new poison type that we have not seen yet, so that's interesting. I reckon Electro Web is still going to be a 2-hit KO unless it uses Stockpile, I guess, which I think it has. But it's just going to Sludge. Sludge is not resisted, but is not that powerful, so really I don't mind. I mean, the high poison rate is worrying, but of course it did poison, so there was nothing to be worried about. Yeah, Dwebble's pretty powerful, to be honest. It's just fragile, which is what I'm worried about. That's kind of why I would be worried about Rattata as well, because that's also pretty fragile. Yeah, so they're basically going to hide out in the amusement park. Go figure, they tell us where they're hiding. That's kind of Pokemon villain logic, or villain logic in general, but whatever, we get ourselves a bike for this, so that's fine. The bike is fairly cool, but I don't tend to use it very often. I find running is more than adequate, to be honest. So yeah. There goes him. Oh god, I forgot this. Why did I go back here? Oh, go away. Go away. Thank you. I thought she was gonna drag me along as well, but thank god she didn't. Man, that would have sucked. Right, anyway, before we get interrupted again, let's go quickly heal and check out the Pokemon and call it at that. Man, I said I was gonna call this episode earlier, and it ended up taking a lot longer than I thought it would, because stuff. We're still gonna do a lot in the Desert Resort, and there is a lot of trainers, a lot of items in there as well, and some good stuff that we can get. So it's well worth my time to go back in there. But first off, we're going to see what our two new recruits are like. So, the Rattata is Adamant, which is actually amazing, to be honest. It's got Runaway. I think Raticate does Raticate change that to Guts? I forget if Raticate's got Runaway as one of its abilities as well, so that might be pretty terrible. But the nature is amazing, and that might be usable? I don't know, we'll see. And then Nidoran is serious, so it can do pretty much anything. It's also got Rivalry, which is an intriguing choice. Basically, Rivalry does it increases your attack. I don't think it changes special attack. I think it's just physical that it affects, but it increases your damage if you attack the same gender, but it lowers your damage if you attack the opposite gender. But I think it only affects physical attacks. So with this thing being the neutral nature, and Nidoking's offenses being pretty balanced, I could see this working as a good mixed attacker for the team. So I'm fairly happy with this actually. These are... well, this is definitely a Pokemon I want to use. Rattata actually might be something I'll use, despite it being a Rattata, because it's got basically the perfect nature for it. It's fragile as all hell, but it's pretty fast, and with an attack boosting nature it will be reasonably powerful. So I might actually be able to use this thing. And yeah, this is why I didn't want to fight it, by the way, because look at all the dark moves that it's got there. Pursuit, which would have been annoying against Siren, or was it Whisper I was fighting with at the time? I can't even remember, it was one of the two that I was fighting with, and Pursuit could have been annoying for that. It's got Bite and it's got Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is quite good because it's got priority and it's pretty high base power. Hyper Fang, flinch rate's quite good I suppose, but the accuracy's a bit lacking. So we'll see about that, but yeah, you know, I might actually use Rattata, because it might actually be decent. I've got a lot of choices now though, because I want to try and raise, I definitely want to raise Piplup. Whether that replaces Duot or not, I don't know, but I want to raise Piplup as well. We've got Rattata to do, we've got Nidoran to do, Soul Assist is a good option, even though it's not that good in nature and ability, it's still a good option. And yeah, there's plenty more Pokemon to get yet, so we'll see. Anyway, leave your ideas as to whether or not I should get a Pokemon in the actual Desert Resort bit. I personally don't think so, but I'm willing to see what people think for it. I'm willing to, if you like, change my opinion if people can convince me that it's, you know, viable to do that. But yeah, leave your comments on that. Otherwise, this has been Gamer Cow playing Pokemon Black, Random Nuzlocke, and next time we go ahead and do all the sorts of trainer stuff in the desert resort thing, I guess. Still lots to do, but that's okay, because this game is still fun. When it doesn't nearly kill you with a Sigilyph. Yeah.